a featured guest at the Deplorable.
I know that you are. You're actually the only woman who's actually featured. Because guess what? It's a bunch of dudes. And I do not appreciate that.
Did you just call me a woman? I'm legally a man.
Are you?
Yes.
Security staff. I would like you guys to all leave.
Oh my God! No!
For the room. Hey.
What the hell you doing, man? What are you doing?
So guess what?
What? I don't know.
I'm pregnant.
All right, well, let me ask you about this. So you say it's not a shakeup, but you guys are down. And it makes sense that there would...
Says
polls,
who?
Most of them. All of them?
Says who?
Polls. I just told you, I answered your question.
Which polls?
All of them.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
You're a mama, Jenny.
I'm a mama. His name's Forrest.
Like me.
I named him after his daddy.
He got a daddy named Forrest, too?
You're his daddy, Forrest.
Before I let you go, who are you wearing this evening?
Vivian Westwood, Tom Ford shoes, and an OB tampon.
I love you.
Aw. UKPKMKK says, I wanna fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here. Oh, he followed it up with a comment. Never mind. Just found out you're a girl.
I mean, I was in a hurry. I checked to see if we had gas. That was more important.
So there is body?
Let Hostman check. She likes that type of stuff.
Yeah, I can think of 7 good uses of a cadaver today.
No, Dr. Frankenstein. We gotta turn in the body if there's one in there.
All right.
Don't do that.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No. No, 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 no.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
Looks like I made a mistake.
How could any of you be in a bookstore when
for you. Or Stephen Lister nearby might have it. Ma'am?
Miss Universe 2015 is Colombia! I have to apologize.
You know what, Hila, just let's move on.
Okay.
How would you like to die?
I'd like it.
That's what I'm talking
Hila's
about.
dark today, dude.
Hila's dark. I'm not liking this.
We have a lot to talk about after the camera turns off, Hila.
It is natural, but interestingly enough, studies show that if you have between 104 degree or 108 degree nasal tip rotation, those are the ones that are considered the most beautiful, and hers is 106.
Somebody in here to measure our nasal tip rotation.
Okay, and what are you going to go fishing?
Well, I mean, waking up on Christmas morning, what's the alternative? Not waking up.
Last week, like him, I was in Brussels meeting with heads of government and leaders of European socialist parties, one of whom said to me, No, what they said, Mr. Speaker,
She's not going to straighten it out in the next 4 years. It's just going to become worse and worse. She wants to make America whole again. I'm trying to figure out what is it all about.
Really have a right to be treated respectfully.
We are unfortunately running out of time, but Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned. But it always goes back to that old adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Well,
Lloyd.
no, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd,
you have to give me a chance to
we'll let you
respond to
carry on this
that is
discussion.
ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again if you don't let me respond
Go on,
to that.
Kate, have a word.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
Thank you. So you were joking in your deposition about newsworthiness, correct?
About the newsworthiness of what?
Child pornography. You were joking about child pornography, were you not?
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Research. And the thing I'm referring to is when Peter Hitchens said about the rapes that occurred in Oxford, that obviously the fact that these were Muslims was important, because if you engage in a discourse where you think of other people as infidel and think of other people as lesser, that makes you more likely to be a rapist. That's why Muslims are more likely to be rapists. Exactly what you said.
Where? When?
2013. Look it up. You wrote it. Google it.
I didn't.
Right.
I didn't.
Okay.
You got the wrong
the problem
person.
is that this is. I mean, obviously, I did my research before the rape. That's just moronic to say that I didn't. Check it yourself. You should remember what you write, especially when it's that offensive.
You should get a new search engine.
The reason is that this also leads to harm, right? The reason why this discourse is so instrumental in perpetuating violence is obvious. Because apartheid doesn't make any sense if people aren't engaged in a discourse of racism. It will collapse under its own ridiculousness. It has to be buttressed by that discourse. Homophobic attacks make no sense without a discourse that legitimizes homophobia, without playing into that discourse and being part of that conversation. Transphobic attacks make and all of the trans women and trans men who die in this country and other countries makes no sense without the discourse that Brendan O'Neill specifically perpetuates when he refuses to recognise their chosen gender identity. Islamophobic attacks in the UK make absolutely no sense without a discourse of Islamophobia, without the discourse that Peter Hitchens himself perpetuates. Peter Hitchens, when you write that a discourse of Islam is what causes Muslim men to rape, you are engaged in a discourse of censorship. You are saying that the discourse of Islam is something that is wrong, something that should not be allowed, something that you object to. Yeah, go for it.
Is it not true that to have a different opinion isn't the same as telling other people that they shouldn't have or they can't have that opinion?
Absolutely not!
What the hell? What the hell, you idiot! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the hell are you doing? Oh my god, you're mad. You're absolutely mad. I've got a camera. Do you understand this video? You're a complete idiot. These idiots.
وقفت دارة السرطان الهون.
There he is. There's the beast. Oh. Oh my gosh. Look at that car that just came out of the woods. Ah. That car right there just drove out of the woods.
When you write that a discourse of Islam is what causes Muslim men to rape, you are engaged in a discourse of censorship. You are saying that the discourse of Islam is something that is wrong, something that should not be allowed, something that you object to. Yeah, go for it.
Is it not true that to have a different opinion isn't the same as telling other people that they shouldn't have or they can't have that opinion?
Absolutely not!
And just one last one, sorry. You're on TSN earlier. You said Conor McGregor isn't going to be here on Saturday.
As far as I know, he's not. No.
Have you told him not to be here, or have you just heard that?
No, it would be awesome if Conor came. I mean, this is obviously a fight that is very important to him and his future. It'd be awesome if Conor was here.
time ago, so I might not remember the voices for them. But some of them, like Undertale and like Night in the Woods and things like that, are just timeless. So I'll always remember the voices for those guys. Toriel!
So who is going to own the Facebook content? The person who puts it there, or you?
The person who's putting the content on Facebook always owns the information, and that's why this is such an important thing, and why Facebook is such a special service that people feel a lot of ownership over.
But the question is like, I don't know, when I first saw that, I was pretty shocked. I'm like, dude, come on, man. It's completely indefensible this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he really just dropped the N-bomb, like, straight up. And the way he used it was just awful. You know, I love that I can just say nigger faggot, though.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't really say that. He's like killing niggas. And first of all, I understand people who would criticize iDubbbz and say that's fucked up the way you use it, but at least in iDubbbz there's context. He did it as a point to make a joke, to make a parody of.
It's either all okay or none of it's okay.
I love saying nigger faggot. Yeah, man, he really just dropped the N-bomb like straight up.
Bro, it's every day, bro. I said it's every day, bro. You know it's Nick Compton and my collar stay popping. Yes, I can rap, and no, I'm not from Compton. England is my city.
I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down and stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry.
Are we using weapons for this?
I'm not gonna use my bare hands.
Yeah, you're right. Here, no rat comes into my house without getting tased. Rats are definitely dead.
You've been lied to. Most of what you've read and heard about the lawsuit has been full of lies and misinformation. I know there are people out there who are interested in hearing my side of the story, and the reason I've been silent until now is because I don't want to compromise my case. I'm going to save my facts and arguments for the judge and jury, because they're the ones who ultimately decide what happens. It's their decision that counts. The only other thing I can tell you is that I'm going to fight for my right until the very end. Doesn't matter how many millions of haters attack and bully and criticize, that's not going to change anything.
Yes! We won the court case! Yes!
I never thought would be.
In the life of having two Alexas in the house is a lot of confusion. There's a lot of stopping. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to the robot? You never know. Alexa, play my road trip playlist.
Did you know you could change the wake word on the Echo to be Amazon or Echo?
You can change the name?
And it's the classic bullying move where you want to feel better about yourself, so you look to someone and pick on their imperfections to feel good about yourself. I think that if someone that cares about you tells you like, hey, let's get healthy together, it's not fat shaming. You know, fat shaming is pointing a finger at you and being like, you're fat.
Sorry, can you
Don't touch my camera.
You want fucking attention? Get off the stage, you fat fuck! Get off! Get off! Yeah, you.
have said legitimately, okay, it's close to gold. Not really. Gold is limited and has been around a long time, and it's close to a fiat currency. Not really. A fiat currency is where the government says, this is your legal tender. You have to give it and accept it. And there's a central bank. Now, of course, they can misuse it, the central bank, and inflate it. So there is a use case for Bitcoin. If you live in Venezuela, North Korea, or if you're a criminal, great product.
Rockville man on the scene of a house fire today just walked up to police and said he set the fire.
I just poured gasoline on the floor, set it on fire, and went and buy a drink and came back.
How did setting this fire help you?
Just so you could get here, so you could get for your attention.
Following our interview, Carlos walked up to these Rockville police officers. Just look at their faces, absolutely stunned to hear a man claim to be in Parsons.
Wow, what generosity from you and from the studio, giving away packs for memes. I think I'll have to figure something out and join you guys in on that. So now, the man of the moment sitting here with me on the winner's couch, the winner himself, 3-0, Team Magic Amy's very own Silent Storm. Welcome.
Hi.
Well, I hope to represent the people of the United States, not the president.
Would you accept an invitation to the White House if you were to win Olympic gold in Pyeongchang?
Absolutely not.
And now has dropped back. Vaughn over the top, and she is down heavily.
Structure that I really want to show you is right over here. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa on our campus here. And the person that's built it is right around the corner here. It's Brian Varney. Brian, careful that corner. Brian is a 1990 graduate of Northern, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this amazing structure.
Well, it's, as you can see, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's about 12,000 blocks. It took over 2 weekends to build, and I'm really excited because next week the Guinness Book of World Records team are going to come to evaluate it, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Hello?
Power to the women! No more violence against women! Power to the women! No more violence against women! I support it, I support it.
20 years.
No, but I'm all up for that non-violence against women. I'm not violent, whoa. I'm not violent, no, I'm supporting everything you guys do. It's excellent. Power to the women! No more... Oh my days, hey, relax. Relax. I'm totally with everything you do. I'm with everything you do.
You don't know.
You're giving all the feminists a bad name. Relax. Whoa, relax yourself. Relax. You're giving all these people a bad name now. Be the feminist. I'm supporting it. Power to the women. No more violence. Stop shouting at me. Just enjoy the thing. Don't be making it all aggressive. I'm a man. I support it. How much? Why did you step on my primaries? What's wrong with you? Go, move back now. Give it up. Don't be so angry. Bloody feminist. Give it up. Give it up. Don't be so aggressive. Exactly. You're so aggressive. Relax. I'm supporting this. Stop shouting in my face. I'm supporting this. Shut up. Relax. Shut up. What the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why did she do that? Fucking women power. I'm not. That's ridiculous. Oh my God, women power. How's about some potty power? Silly woman. What's wrong with you?
I'm not going to do it because I shouldn't do this, right, Grandmaster? No. Okay, Grandmaster Bruce Silva here. There's a big demonstration that's coming up next week, Saturday, but for now we have a sneak peek. So we're going to start right over here. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
21.2 pounds.
That's the brick right there?
Right.
Okay. And why the glass?
I'm going to break that concrete slab with that glass without breaking the glass.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. That's incredible. Wait, no, and to be honest, I actually felt these bricks. These are real bricks. I mean, there's no joke. Oh! Wow! Check it out,
baby. So we chose 6 cards. You thought of a card, correct? Mm-hmm. She has a die, she shuffled it, right? She mixed the die up. Whatever the number on your die is, we're gonna count. So if it's a 1, it would be this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Understood? Mm-hmm. Okay, but first, can you say your card out loud?
6 of hearts.
The 6 of hearts. That's the card you were thinking of. If you're not sure, you can change. Is it 6 of hearts? Yeah. Can you tell everybody what number you rolled on the die that you've been holding?
4.
4? So can you put your finger on the 4th card and let me see the die? It is a 4. Okay, put your finger on the 4th card. Yeah. And you said 6 of hearts.
Yeah.
So if you would have rolled a different number, you know, it might have been this, or this, or this, right? Or this one even, or that one. But you rolled a 4. Show everybody what card. Oh, well, close.
So I'm just here to pick up my wallet because I forgot my wallet in his car.
And while I'm here,
yeah.
What is this?
I have no clue. Oh my God.
Small glass pipe. I'm pretty sure it's methamphetamine. Have you used drugs before?
Only weed. Sometimes I smoke
just weed.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit of meth, but it's been 90 days that I haven't touched anything at all.
Okay. Have you used your phone today?
Yeah, I was using to call Raj before I fell asleep.
Okay,
yeah.
Raj is not Susan, right?
Susan? No.
Who's Susan?
Susan, you know what? I have no clue.
But you sent a message several hours ago saying you have snow and weed, baby, and we can party a little.
Snow and weed, baby, and party a little?
Yeah, this is your outlook.
That wasn't mine. That wasn't mine.
You didn't send this text message.
No. Who is this message by?
Yeah, no, maybe 100 for an hour, so it sounds like haggling on her price.
No text, no.
And then the fate of the break was taken out of the hands of the riders. A movable bridge became an immovable obstacle for the quartet. They could not pass, and as the bridge lifted, they could only wait helplessly at the barriers for the pack to catch them.
Cuidado, José, cuidado, José. Sí, aquí mejor.
Really get a lift right.
Oh, it's such a thrill. I mean, the barbell, I don't want to say it becomes weightless, but it feels like it's alive in your hands, and it just makes all of those training sessions worthwhile when you can just get it in the spot that it needs to be in.
Says the man who pushed me, huh?
Says the man that put, bruv.
Says the man that came on my stage and pushed me.
Yeah.
Where are you right now, bro?
Pushed you all
Where
the way
are you
across
right now?
the stage.
Where are you right now, bro?
You almost fell off it,
Where
mate.
are you right now?
Just imagine this. That's
Where
all
are
I'm
you
going
right
to
now?
say.
What event? This is upload, isn't it?
Imagine 8,000 people seeing your head absolutely crushed onto the canvas.
There's no
and
way.
Weller, lift his hands up.
Now you're with your children. We've heard of stories of mothers trying to save their children from the rushing waters. Can you tell us how that was?
Through 4 feet of water to go get them food on the first day. Yeah, that's a lot of But y'all sit here, y'all trying to interview people during their worst times. Like, that's not the smartest thing to do. Like, people are really breaking down, and y'all sitting here with cameras and microphones trying to ask us what the is wrong with us.
I'm so
and
sorry,
you really
man.
trying to understand with the microphone still in my face, with me shivering cold, with my kids wet, and you still putting the microphone in my face.
Rosa Flores, it sounds like you've got a very upset family there. We're going to take a break from that. We'll get back to you later on. Rosa Flores and Houston Flores, thank you.
And we'll be continuing the manifesto on which the Conservative government was elected in 2015. So I don't think there's a need for an election. I think the next election would be in 2020.
Let me make this very clear, because again, it's very important. Under current law, the next election will be in 2020. No ifs, no buts, no snap elections, no changing the law. Under you, is that absolutely certain that we're not going to see an election before 2020?
I'm not going to be calling a snap election. Where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June. I want to explain the reasons for that decision.
Eating meat holds a lot of symbolism. Too much to explain in 4 minutes. Political acts.
Okay.
Right? The personal is political.
Okay. I'm having a steak right now because I'm
Perfect.
starving.
This doesn't look vegan.
You're a vegan?
And,
see, how that looks pretty good. That's a little rare, medium rare. Is this bad that I'm eating meat?
You're kind of just enjoying the benefit, and that's not very fair.
Murray, do you like card tricks?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me that many times.
Okay, Murray, I'll just do it once. Murray, Murray, Murray. Now watch very closely. We have 3 cards.
No, there's 4. I can see enough one under this one.
cards.
No, it's 4. I can see another one under this one.
First of its kind pedestrian bridge swings into place. FIU is about building bridges and student safety. This project accomplishes our mission beautifully.
I want to take you now to Miami, where we're watching this collapse you're seeing. This is the larger wide shot here of a bridge collapse near Florida International University. There are some cars that have been trapped underneath this bridge collapse. They're trying to get some of the people.
The choice is in your hands, but my recommendation is clear. I believe that Britain will be safer, stronger, and better off in a reformed European Union. Thank you very much.
Good work. Prepare for the next advance.
A question that I would like to ask, and I don't know whether you'd be allowed to answer it really, because it might be a naughty thing. It's when you went to the moon, did you take a piece of the moon and bring it back home with you?
So I wasn't in the moon, I was in the space station.
So you never got off?
No,
and you never
we're
took, there was nothing
400...
floating about that you could steal?
No, but again, that was the question, it was a brilliant question from a young lad who said, you know, did you bring back any souvenirs from the space station? I thought, what a wonderful idea, you know, as if we could go up there and bring back something.
Here's a recap of all the newness of Pixel.
If you prefer headphones, use your existing analog headphones with the included adapter, or your digital USB-C headphones for the highest resolution audio all the way to your ears.
What do you have here? What is going on? Are you shopping?
This?
Yes, that, yeah.
Oh, well, I heard that you were hosting the Academy Awards.
That is true. Thanks.
And on my way in, I went down to the souvenir store downstairs, and I found this.
Oh, wow.
And
What
I
does
wanted
it
to
say?
give it to you, because on it, it says, Best Host.
Best host. Oh, I'm
Best host ever.
Oh, thank you. Can I keep the bag? Wow, what a...
I believe you're going to be the best host ever, my friend.
Well, thank you. Well, I hope I can't imagine that would be true, but I can only disappoint.
What can go wrong?
Moonlight has won Best Picture.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
I got to the stage where I was like, you know what? I don't want to have a big house anymore. And Brian's talked about it. You know what? You can aim for things and then you can get there and all of a sudden it doesn't give you the satisfaction that you thought, you know, it was going to. And then you want to downsize, and that's what we're doing.
This is asking for charitable help. Its founders, Brian and Hannah Tamaki, purchased a new Mercedes-Benz and moved into a new luxury home.
Beautifully laid out to separate the sleeping.
This is the Tamaki's new home in Drury, 254 square metres.
Heroic. Now let's check this out. I promised before that this was the most rewarding public event, and there we have it. We have 2 chests.
What is Oculus's approach to their clear gender gap and how you're going to not port that into VR?
We are having a hard time hiring all the people that we want. It doesn't matter what they look like.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just jump around here. So
Hold an egg in your palm and break it. It's impossible. You can't do it. Nobody in the world can do it. You believe that?
Principalmente, y árboles de pino, perdón, nos está afectando mucho el humo.
Ahí están
Y
abriendo el
pinos,
candado.
pinos que están en el bosque atrás, claro, ahí están rompiendo el candado para que pueda acceder bomberos.
Ahí que
Aquí hay
rompan.
dos bomberos que se encuentran al comando de la situación. El carro está por un costado, aún no puede acceder y están buscando la manera más fácil y segura de acceder al lugar de las llamas.
20 seconds.
Jesus, get out of the way, bus! Are you...
Well, it's been getting a mixed response. See, you already know.
I just wanted you to say that. I wanted to see what you would say.
Personally, I really liked it, but I just wondered whether how that makes you guys feel and whether it will even affect the film as such.
Well, the interesting thing is that when we get to
in the eyes of the law is worth more.
How strange is it that we put like a monetary value on actual life itself? Wow, it's just such a strange concept.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit, Jamie, pull that video up. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that Chris Akabusi?
Yeah, that's a cardboard cutout of Chris Akabusi, life size. Chris is a bit of a hero of mine, and I thought I'd bring him along this evening to give us good luck and sort of gee us on a bit.
Am I right in thinking that he spells his Chris K-R-I-S?
K-R-I-S.
Not having it. Very bad heebie-jeebies around people who can't spell their own name.
John without a H.
John without a
You love him, don't you?
Yes.
All right. I understand. Fine. When he comes back, I won't get in the way.
It's not like that at all. He's my brother.
With the mic.
Getting closer and closer. Let's talk about the matching. Well, okay, so this is for you have sore forearms. I'm assuming from gaming too much. Let's make this G-rated.
A lot of gaming.
That's what we're going with, a lot of gaming. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here. Shake hands. Are you going to dab it out? Nice. Love it. All right.
وقفت دارة السرطان لهون.
Nu vreau, doamnă, ce să pună mâna pe ta?
Du-te că tu ai pus mâna pe mine.
Nu mă trage, fii atent.
Du-te, mă, că-ți dau palmă de rupe. Tu de ce pui mâna de 100 de ori pe mine? De ce?
I caught up with Chelsea and Michael, who were jogging by and were nice to just stop for a quick second. And I said, what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
Oh.
It's too nice to not be out here.
Yeah, it's incredible, though, just to see even people still on their bicycles.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it with the bikes. Like braking, at least we can control. You know, at worst case, we can just slide right through a stop sign and we'll be okay because we're pretty visible at night.
All right, well, go ahead and keep on the run. I'm sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us.
Stay warm.
All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops.
Tonight, I think you brought it. It tastes authentic, it looks good. Focus on the food, because when you cook like this, you're a dream.
Thank you, Chef.
And I want Tommy the dream. I want to wake up with you. Not with you.
There's time when you snuck into the room to see what the...
I sneaked into the room. Snuck isn't a word, Conan. And you went to Harvard and you should know that.
Snuck! Past and past part of sneak.
Do you support court-martialing people for their religious views? Answer the question. Answer the question!
No. Yeah. Would you stop screaming?
Answer the question! Answer it!
No. The answer is no. And here's the thing. Yeah.
Answer my question, you authoritarian.
Mass shooting.
Well, listen, you're just going.
No,
there have been bombings of Wall Street.
Let me ask you a second question.
Are we going to listen? Why can't the pilots have firearms? We trust them to fly the planes.
Alex, you've had a lot to say.
No,
just
my point is the Second Amendment is sacrosanct, and you're not getting it.
Do you know which weapon was used in the Oregon shopping mall mass shooting recently?
I understand that people
who are mentally ill on all the serotonin reuptake inhibitors, who play these shoot-'em-up games, want to go out and do this. Because there's criminals, I don't lose my rights, Piers. Because there's criminals, I don't lose my rights.
Just answer the question.
Yeah.
Do you know what the weapon used was?
Listen, let me ask you a question.
No, answer.
I've got the FBI statistics that, listen, that the so-called semi-autos that you talk about.
Break. When we come back,
again, you're not going to get guns.
When we come back, try answer my question.
Yeah, all you're going to do is sit there.
Sessions at Metro Line was just in the process of being beaten up by the line.
Or apes or whatever, right? Our Neanderthal cousins were probably just raping like crazy. So there's definitely something like in us to like conquer. Men want to like conquer.
Right.
So it's, you know, women are in a nature setting like to be conquered.
You need to remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past.
At 22 years old, I bought my first house for $6.5 million. But I wasn't quite satisfied, so I had a koi pond put in. Painted the walls of the guest house. Bought a giant truck known as the Yeti. Bought a school bus, and then turned it into a cool bus. Installed a home theater system.
I try not to live my life thinking about money, because money doesn't make me happy.
Against women. I support it. I support it.
20 years.
No, but I'm all up for that non-violence against women. I'm not violent. Whoa. I'm not violent. No. I'm supporting everything you guys do. It's excellent. Power to the women. No more.
We are all here.
Oh my days. Hey, relax. I'm totally with everything you do. I'm with everything you do.
Violent act. You don't know it.
Don't be. You're giving all the feminists a bad name. Relax. Whoa. Relax yourself. Relax. You're giving all these people a bad name now. Be the feminist. I'm supporting it. Power to the women. No more violence. Stop shouting at me. Just enjoy the thing. Don't be making it all aggressive. I'm a man. I support it. How much? Why did you step on my primaries? What's wrong with you? Go, move back now. Give it up. Don't be so angry. Bloody feminist. Give it up. Give it up. Don't be so aggressive. Exactly. You're so aggressive. Relax. I'm supporting this. Stop shouting in my face. I'm supporting this. Shut up. Relax. Shut up. What the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why did she do that? Fucking women power. I'm not. That's ridiculous. Oh my God, women power. How's about some potty power? Silly woman. What's wrong with you?
As they come across the line here, you'll see that Russo has probably put, what, 3 bike lengths between himself and Morantino. Morantino also just gapping Nacho for the time being. We're on the final lap as he's busy celebrating, and I think Well, either we're miscalculated or he has. No, he's punching the air, he's celebrating, I think, and I think this race is still going on here, and he hasn't reeled all the lines. He's dancing his way to victory here. That is absolutely superb. It will be the checkered flag this time by. Thank you very much, and what a run that was. Big defensive shimmy it was, punches the air, beautifully taken.
We could take some questions.
This is actually a question from my sister Annabelle, and she's actually watching. So,
watching on
she's
what?
watching online.
Online?
Yeah,
it's
this
online.
Yeah. Hello.
Honestly, you can't breathe in this world. You know, you cannot breathe. It's all online. Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, so I was wondering if you could respond and look at the camera and say Annabelle, because it's to her. If that would be all right. I mean. Just rather than looking at me.
Let's pretend this is Larry David from the show.
That's right. Just what I was going to suggest. Exactly.
Yeah. Tell your sister she could have come. Okay.
She's in
and
California.
asked her own goddamn question. Yeah.
Well, she's in California in school, so
I'm
that's
sorry.
why she's
Sorry,
there.
Annabelle.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Annabelle. What are you studying?
She is. She's studying public relations and film at USC.
Fascinating. And Annabelle, what is your question?
Her question, if you could look at the camera.
Do you believe the balls on this guy? Jesus Christ.
That do agree that the immigration problem is a problem and it does need to be addressed and it does need to be fixed.
Interesting.
But making those comments, those racist comments, do not help.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is
Tim, he donated $10. He said, shout out to all my young Samus mains. So thank you, Tim. We appreciate that.
Don't read that.
What?
See what I knew better, dude. EE just,
I get
EE
it.
falls for the.
I thought he was like doing it for Tim or for.
Just stop.
My bad.
Admit defeat, dude. You lost.
My bad. He typed the letter.
Yeah, where's your apology video?
I apologize. He typed the letter. He wrote the letter for instead of. Come on, Zach. All right, I'm sorry, Zach. Zach, I'm sorry.
You fell for the oldest trick in the
Oh
book.
my God.
Shouts to the $1 donation from Jenna Tools.
Hold on, no, you just did it. You just did it. You just did it. You see,
They got me.
I am not
They got
alone.
me.
They victimize us.
The Seattle Police Department has 8 different oversight boards.
8?
The Seattle Police Department's oversight boards are designed explicitly so that police cannot be brought up on charges.
Right.
So that's the failure of capitalism.
And it does what it's it does what it's supposed to do, but what it's supposed to do isn't right.
And that's the failure of capitalism.
Right.
Okay.
No, the failure of capitalism is that even when it's working the way it's supposed to,
People still get hurt, and that's
it's still not succeeding.
Not succeeded.
because individuals are still being repressed.
I see.
And that is what capitalism is inherently an oppressive system.
And the communism is inherently a what system?
Successful and
Successful.
not repressive. It's the point of communism is liberation. So it's a society that puts people's common needs before individual selfishness.
And when was the last time that the communist system ever succeeded?
In
He knows its failures.
Things to his fans that should not be allowed to be made fun of or talked about in that type of way.
You're not me. No one knows who you are.
And so for me, it's about stopping that.
No. Your name is Comedy Shorts Gamer.
You're down here.
So I'm not going to delete it.
You're making fun of something that could be out of someone's control. There are so many people out there who feel comfortable in their own bodies. It doesn't matter how big they are. And everyone should feel comfortable in their own bodies, and everyone can look however the they want.
I'm saying this now.
Whoa, hold on. First thing I noticed, man boobs.
And for you to make fun of somebody for their attributes that they might not be able to control is up, and you need to be stopped.
You're not me. No one knows who you are. No. Your name is Comedy Shorts Gamer. Down here. So I'm not
This is my confetti cannon. This is the button that sets it off. I'm going to give this to you, mate. Just set it off when you think it's the right time in the set, yeah? It's actually really lovely. My family at the moment, we've got a lot closer because my mum recently passed away, right?
We want to know how many stars are on this flag.
51. All right.
What do the stars represent?
They represent. Let's see. Is it the?
Don't physically count. It's like a quiz.
It's something about the states, right? All right.
Something about the state.
Each state, but there's not 51. You guys are making it look stupid.
How many states are there?
The voice, though, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of soft.
Thank you. Thank you. I like yours as well. Track soon, hopefully. That'd be great. Feature.
Get some late night phone call and that.
Of course, yeah. Pillow talk and that.
You ready for that?
You know, pillow talk. A little bit of pillow talk.
A little pillow and that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We could talk in the daytime.
Yeah.
You're quite scintillating.
Scintillating.
Yeah.
Nice. Define that.
What's that?
Define it.
Define what?
Scintillating.
You define it.
You define it. You said it.
English is not really my strongest subject.
Of course. Well, I'm glad you said it.
It doesn't end well for the superheroes.
That's true. In Marvel, it doesn't end that well. Somebody always bites or gets really badly hurt.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No. Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah. You'll cut that.
That's not.
Ooh, is there anybody in Infinity War you get to meet? You're excited to meet?
Am I in trouble?
A little.
Is Barry gonna be mad at me?
Dude, I just move on. I wouldn't try to like.
No, what's that next question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would like to meet. It's really interesting because we should.
I get impulsive
It's
sometimes.
fine. You're good. Fine.
Waste their time. Gives them zero chance. At least I gave him a chance. What's up, dude?
Tyler, great joke for you. You are going to like this one.
I doubt it, but fire away.
Why can't Stevie Wonder read?
'Cause he's
it's
black.
because he's blind.
Drawer should have these 4 very simple, straightforward knives. The fillet knife that does the work for you. That's a flexible blade that... Oh, me.
The thing
Wait,
is,
do you edit your own videos?
Most of the time.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
most of the time. And
bananas.
if I can't, that's when I I offload it to someone.
So why waste your time editing it?
I think I always try to like innovate the game and like push it forward, and like I'm always thinking about how I can add in like more memes, sound effects, crazy stuff.
Paul spends 8 hours a day filming, and he dictates notes to his UK-based editor who works while he sleeps.
300 Spartans, like, going like...
Like, I'm always thinking about how I can add in like more memes.
300 Spartans, like...
Memes.
Then you can just drop fucking dead.
Fuck. I'm down. Need smokes. Get down.
Shit, yeah, I do.
Did we kill the home dude?
Show up, that was a smoke.
We're about to find out.
Oh no!
Of course. That is fucking child pornography. It's fucking wrong. You do not look at child pornography. Are we supposed to be sympathizing for those fucking pedophiles? Because poor guys, they cannot jerk off to little children. For a short amount of time, when things were extremely flirty between us, I didn't know she was 15. And when I learned she was not over the age of 18, when I learned she was 15, I met...
We're on our way to our 3rd track meet of the season. I'm currently ranked #1 on my team. I don't get nervous anymore. Maybe you should just be a stronger person. So I pulled my quad. You guys are gonna lose without me. Nice.
Ryan, if you may, I'd like to take a second to personally address everyone at GMS. I know y'all are watching. That was every bit as crazy as it sounds. And when I get home, we are going to party like it's 1999, y'all. We won!
This one guy, about 6'4", skinhead, lanky guy, tattoos all over him. He says to me, Spence, come and get a photo, mate, like this, right? So I say, look, mate, I don't think you really want a photo. It's fine. Let's just watch the game. And he goes, no, mate, come and have a photo. When I say no to the photo a second time, he says, oh, you... For want of a better word, you're a fucking cunt, mate. Yeah. So I say, why are you saying that? And he goes, you're too big time, you can't have a photo of me. I said, no, of course I'd have a photo of you, mate, but you clearly don't want one based on what you just called me. You're trying to wind me up, trying to cause problems. I'm trying to stay out of trouble here. He was absolutely, and I'm happy to mug this guy off. If I knew him, I'd tell you his name. Because he absolutely turned to the point where he was holding my arm saying, mate, I'm so sorry, I'm really sorry if I offended you. And I'm like, I've apologised to my missus as well, because you've offended her. And he's like, I'm really sorry, your boyfriend's a nice guy, he's a great guy. I'm like, 5 seconds ago, you were calling me all these names on the sun. I wish I'd filmed that, because it is literally what I imagine a lot of these little scumbag guys who call people out would be like if you actually shouted to them in real life.
Mr. President, you have to go to a lunch with the French community in Sydney, who will be waiting for you with anticipation and joy, I know.
For the French gastronomy, the French winery, but I wanted to thank you for your welcome. Thank you and your delicious wife for your warm welcome. It's the perfect organization of this trip. Thanks to you, and thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister.
Honestly, to be quite frank, it's why I'm actually not really playing with Myth that much. Like Myth just swears a lot, man, and I'm like a lot. Like he says the F word like 5 times in a sentence. So like sometimes. So I'm just trying to you know, not like I don't want parents not being okay with what their kids watching my stream because I'm playing duos with somebody.
That nigga's such a dick. Kill me so he can honestly suck 2 dicks, and I hope his system fucking crashes and his Xbox or PlayStation or computer fucking on fire. Fuck him. What he's saying is that you really suck, nigga, and you was no competition at all.
About a recent case, but clearly her psychic abilities didn't tell her that I was the girl in the picture.
One of the first things I do in a case, Lisa,
is I always make sure people know that if I feel the person is living or not.
So you'll always know
Yes.
when you talk to a family member, when you start a case, you'll know if this person is dead or
Yes.
alive.
And that's the point, is that
Every time.
Yes.
But apparently her psychic abilities didn't see this coming.
Lori, I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Does this girl look familiar to you?
Yes, she does. I worked this case.
This is a girl who you said was beaten and killed.
Okay.
This little girl is me. And you told somebody that she's dead.
Wait a minute.
So I'm just here to pick up my wallet because I forgot my wallet in his car.
And while I'm here,
yeah.
What is this?
I have no clue. Oh my God.
Small glass pipe. I'm pretty sure it's methamphetamine. Have you used drugs before?
Only weed. Sometimes I smoke
Just weed.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit of meth, but it's been 90 days that I haven't touched anything at all.
Okay. Have you used your phone today?
Yeah, I was using to call Raj before I fell asleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
Raj is not Susan, right?
Susan? No.
Who's Susan?
Susan, you know what? I have no clue.
But you sent a message several hours ago saying you have snow and weed, baby, and we can party a little.
Snow and weed, baby, and party a little?
Yeah, this is your outbound.
That wasn't mine. That wasn't mine.
You didn't send this text message.
No. Who is this message from?
Yeah, no baby 100 for an hour, so it sounds like haggling on her price.
No text, no.
Johnny Merguez, le roi de la merguez. Comme la bombe.
Look at your little girl, look at your little boy. You love them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
But you don't think they're yours.
Just everybody just kept on, every time we were out somewhere, my family, they would just say that they're not, there's no way at all.
Amanda says she didn't cheat on you.
That's what she says.
You believe her?
A part of me wants to believe her,
Yeah.
but the insecurities with everything that's went on in our life, everything's just hard.
Can I tell you something? We asked her to take a lie detector test. She wouldn't do it.
All he does is question our twins, and I'm positive he's the father. I have never cheated on James.
When it comes to 4-year-old Stormy James, you are not the
Tu de ce vrei să pui mâna pe mine?
Nu vreau, doamnă, cine să pună mâna
De
pe
ce?
mine ta?
Tu de câte ori ai pus mâna pe mine?
Nu mă trage, fii așa.
Du-te, mă,
Yo.
Mircea, că-ți dau o palmă de nu te Tu de ce pui mâna de 100 de ori pe mine? De ce?
Murray. Do you like card tricks?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me that many times.
Okay, Murray, I'll just do it once. Murray. Now watch very closely. We have 3 cards.
No, there's 4. I can see enough one under this one.
We have 3 cards.
No, there's 4. I can see enough one under this one.
I invited 3 mediums to a one-time Victorian chocolate factory, where they all channeled the name George, an evil fat man who was the factory's first manager. The only trouble is that George is part of a made-up story that I planted on the chocolate factory website a week ago. I think they might be cheating, and I'm curious to see if they'll repeat any more of my fake history.
It would be great if you could go into a trance.
Okay, I could probably go into semi-trance, but not a full trance.
George, did the horses hurt your legs, yes or no?
Astonishingly, Goldie has actually summoned the ghost of my made-up factory manager. Her deception is almost complete.
Goldie, can I tell you something?
Yes,
all the things that you channeled today, like, you know, George Bull, the American manager...
Yeah, you're going to tell me that it's got nothing to do with it.
Well, I have to tell you, that all came from a story that I made up.
Oh, did it?
With the help of a parapsychologist. And we put that on the website.
Congratulations.
Did you read that website?
No.
Oh no. I can get in the front. Hi there.
Wait, is that off? Can you turn it off?
It's just a live stream. I'm not recording a video.
Okay, yeah, if you can turn it off, so.
I can't. It's like a live stream. It's not recording. Don't worry, it's not recording or anything.
So what is it doing?
I'm just talking to my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just exploring LA, and so they're just watching.
How was your night?
Good, how was your night?
Good. What's your name?
Caroline. Sebastian, nice to meet you. You were looking for Caroline, right?
Yeah, where are you visiting from?
From Washington, D.C.
Oh, D.C.
Well, I live here.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Are you an Uber?
No.
Oh my god, drop me off.
Howard,
Anne.
are you more interesting than you look?
It's all in the mind, eye of the beholder, Anne.
What do you do?
I'm a business development manager for a large bank in the Northeast.
Okay. Tell me if there's anything interesting about your job.
Absolutely not. No. It's interesting to me, but I'm sure that it would probably go right over your head.
Okay. Why Doris?
Doris, when she missed the question, she took up a larger amount of time than necessary.
Okay, you're always very quick, are you, Howard?
In some things, yes. In other things, I like to take my time, if you know what I mean.
I've absolutely no idea what you mean. What do you mean?
Somehow, I don't doubt that.
From their service, do you think that was fair of them to do?
I understand that they needed to take a stance. And while I don't necessarily maybe agree with it, I do respect it. I do respect it.
But how does that affect your bottom line?
Want to know the real answer?
Yeah, of course.
It hurts, but it's not like I'm drowning. I try not to live my life thinking about money.
At 22 years old, I bought my first house for $6.5 million, but I wasn't quite satisfied, so I had a koi pond put in. Painted the walls of the guest house. Bought a giant truck known as the Yeti. Bought a school bus, and then turned it into a cool bus. Installed a home theater system.
Oh, a little bit of pillow talk
A
would
little
be good.
pillow and that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We could talk in the daytime.
Yeah.
You're quite scintillating.
Scintillating.
Yeah.
Nice. Define that.
What's that?
Define it.
Define what?
Scintillating.
You define it.
You define it. You said it.
English is not really my strongest subject.
Of course. Well, I'm glad you said it.
Reporting. What I want to show you now, viewers, is a wonderful scene. These are Muslim mums. There's a little fella here who's bought a little sign, and this is in commemoration. You can see his little sign to the heroes of London. There are flowers on the street here. Ladies with hashtag Turn to Love.
Maybe I don't want to follow you. You hurt my feelings.
I'm back.
Hey, Angel.
When it's easily outgeared.
Our dog. Oh my God. We took our dog, like to the fish shop today because the dog loves just like going out and meeting new people. We constantly have to take him to.
Or apes or whatever, right? Our Neanderthal cousins were probably just raping like crazy. So there's definitely something like in us to like conquer. Men want to like conquer.
Right.
So it's, you know, women are in a nature setting, like to be conquered.
Why do you like the Affordable Care Act more than Obamacare?
Because I don't like Obama.
But you like the Affordable Care Act?
Yeah.
What if I told you Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing?
WW. I mean, who you figure that is, yeah? Woodrow Wilson? Willy Wonka? Walter White? You got me.
Can you imagine walking into a dressing room and going, guys, you're not going to believe it. Who wants a new t-shirt?
Well, this is a bit awkward because right down here, as if it's leapt off the screen, we have your very own Xbox kit.
Wow.
There you are, that's for you, James.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time or anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, we always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much. We just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you heard it? Had you seen
I do make a very quick decision based on their first names, and there's a whole bunch of first names that I don't like. I don't like footballers' names. I don't like names after seasons of the year. I don't like geographical location names. Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your child's called India.
Yes, but you know, that's because it's not related to a location. That's because it's
India
related
isn't
to
a
that the immigration problem is a problem, and it does need to be addressed, and it does need to be fixed.
Interesting.
But making those comments, those racist comments, do not help.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's...
In the sense that, you know what? I mean, like, what I'm saying, there's more jobs to be... In LA,
let's talk about the matching. Well, okay, so this is for, you have sore forearms. I'm assuming from gaming too much? Let's make this G-rated.
No, I think you can kill all of them.
Oh shit!
You can basically kill all of them.
I'm killing the colored one, like you said. Oh, no,
There are a lot of parents out here who want to put their kids in this business. Their kids are cute, they're great actors, da-da-da. What would you say to a parent who just has the best of intentions who's coming here with their child? If you're saying that there's a lot of predators in this industry.
It's a many-feathered bird, okay? Be careful what you wish for. That's what I'll tell you. You know, don't go into it with naivety. Don't go into it thinking that it's all roses and sunglasses and
damaging an entire industry.
I'm sorry,
I want to clear up. You said...
What about the option of controlling the airspace so that barrel bombs cannot be dropped?
All the options.
What do you think of that option, sir?
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war against Syria and Russia. That's a pretty fundamental decision that certainly I'm not going to make.
Before we were married, he promised me we would have 2 kids, and now he doesn't want any more. My friends think I should trick him and stop taking my birth control.
I'm not going to suggest that you do that, but look into my eyes and tell me what I'm saying. Okay? He promised. Wait, can I just take a quick poll? Clap if you think that she should trick him. My people. Up next, everybody. How do you handle a sassy 2-year-old?
So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong with that?
Well, here it says, I am not a woman. Here it says,
okay,
I am a woman.
Okay. That.
I'm Paul Walker, starring in The Fast and the Furious. All the racing stunts in our film were performed in a staged environment by professionals with years of training and experience. So with that in mind, be smart, drive safe, and stay legal.
This is my confetti cannon. This is the button that sets it off. I'm going to give this to you, mate. Just set it off when you think it's the right time in the set, yeah? It's actually really lovely. My family at the moment, we've got a lot closer because my mum recently passed away, right?
Yeah, my brother messed up, but he still got his Disney contract.
Hay dos bomberos que se encuentran al comando de la situación. El carro está por un costado, aún no puede acceder y están buscando la manera más fácil y segura de acceder al lugar de las llaves.
I remember when I was in England, we were preparing some young English boys. They're from very... preparing them for
Come on.
Thank you. Preparing them for First Communion.
What a fucking nigger. Jeez, oh my god, what the fuck? Sorry, but what the fuck? What a fucking asshole.
And although we're not going to treat Dev Days this year as the place or the time to make big product announcements related to the content that we have in development at Valve for virtual reality, I do think that once it comes time to do that next year, that nobody in this room is going to be disappointed.
What is your pet?
I have a python, but it's really nice.
Honestly, my cat, Maya, would probably eat your python. Have you seen Maya?
My python's a big pussy.
Yeah, I have a big pussy too that will probably eat your python.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, time
Wait,
out.
no!
You stand accused of murder. You stand accused of treason. How do you answer these charges? Lord Baelish.
That was so practical.
I used to listen to a lot of songs that had the click, clap, boom. But then they stopped doing that.
50 Cent, he got click-clacked.
Yeah.
Tupac,
Get click, clack?
same story.
Oh.
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, he click, clacked himself.
But no, guys, like, I'm not nervous. I'm not scared at all. I actually I don't really care at all, but I kind of really want him to make one on me.
That's right, everyone. I'm talking about Asian Jake Paul.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.
Sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
No.
If you messaged anybody this week, would you share with us the names of the people you've messaged?
Senator, no, I would probably not choose to do that publicly here.
I think that might be what this is all about. Your right to privacy, the limits of your right to privacy, and how much you give away in modern America in the name of, quote, connecting people around the world.
There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when dark nighttime falls, Jeffrey and helpers stock up all the shelves. From ceiling to floor, books, board games and bikes, teddies, puppets and dolls, bags, spaceships and trikes. There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof.
This isn't a fictional war, so it's really important that we communicate to the player to have a strong understanding of what happened and what the time was like.
What about the option of controlling the airspace so that barrel bombs cannot be dropped?
All the options.
What do you think of that option, sir?
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war against Syria and Russia. That's a pretty fundamental decision that certainly I'm not going to make.
Let me rephrase that. Do you really think it's a good idea to bring me back to Earth?
Probably not, to be honest. I wouldn't worry, brother. I feel like everything's gonna work out fine.
describing and what's happening all over was long overdue. We can't let bad behavior slide anymore. The world is watching us. We need to set an example. I hope you will listen to many brave and outspoken supporters of movements like Me Too and Time's Up and Never Again, because what they're doing is important. Things are changing for the better. They're making sure of that. It is positive change. On the outside of the pants, you have 10 seconds to then guess what is in my pants. You should use two hands. Two hands. Before, haven't you? Maybe it would be easier if you put your mouth on it. How old are you?
18.
Okay, good. You sure of that? Because Uncle Jimmy doesn't need to do time.
Feeding my starving family and donating to the man himself. Did I make the right choice? Happy wife, happy life. I'm telling you right now, your life, you're about to be in a world of shit. You guys
Oh no. I can get in the front. Hi there. Ugh.
Wait, is that off? Can you turn it off?
It's just a live stream. I'm not recording a video.
Okay, if you can turn it off though.
I can't. It's like a live stream. It's not recording. Don't worry, it's not recording or anything.
So what is it doing?
I'm just talking to my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just exploring LA, and so they're just watching.
How was your night?
Good, how was your night?
Good. What's your name?
Caroline.
Sebastian.
Sebastian, nice to meet you. You were looking for Caroline, right?
Yeah, where are you visiting from?
From Washington, D.C.
Oh, D.C.
Well, I live here.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Are you an Uber?
No.
Oh my god, drop me off.
Excellent. Now, what are you working on here? They were telling me this is one of your prized possessions.
Oh, yeah. This is a Baracus cherub. It's actually been a very tough piece to do. We've been working on it for about 8 hours right now. We still got quite a ways to go on it. It's a beautiful piece when we'll be done.
Now, will you do some ice carvings on the spot while you're out here?
Yes, absolutely. We're doing some of the carvings each day. And again, you'll see me working on this piece a little later on in the freezer and finishing it up. But for example, this weekend we're going to be doing some gargoyles off of the Notre Dame Cathedral. So there'll be some other pieces that are recognizable.
Now, can I take a closer look at this? Because why is this your oh my God. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dude, are you serious?
I'm so sorry. It was just an accident. We'll talk to management.
I'm shutting it down. I'm tired of guys like this. We've been working on it for about 8 hours.
Our nation is heading in the wrong direction, and we need change, guys. We need to seriously band together. Like, I know I've made, a video about this before, but it just goes to show like how much more serious this gets every single day, and how we all need to do our part in making America a safer place. I'm at a loss for words.
No, stop, stop, Jake, stop, no, Jake.
I don't know what to do, but we have to make change.
Do you think Margaret Thatcher had girl power?
Yes, of course.
Do you think she effectively utilized girl power by funneling money to illegal paramilitary death squads in Northern Ireland?
I don't know about that, but help me out. Just stand there, help me out.
Answer the question.
Oh my God.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
I used to listen to a lot of songs that had the click, clap, boom. But then they stopped doing that.
50 Cent, he got click-clacked.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Get click, clack?
Same story.
Oh.
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, he click, clacked himself.
Have I taken any trips out of the United States that lasted 24 hours or more? Like, spiritually?
Yeah.
Also, if you're in the air, it's not like technically out. Like, how high is the United States? Have you ever thought about that? I want to get, to the air and be like a different type of, like American. Like, I'm in the air, like, I want to be like an Aryan.
Yeah.
34 miles to the gallon.
It's just 94.
94 miles to the gallon.
94 mpg.
Just remind me, Porsche's owned by...
That'll be Volkswagen.
We appreciate all the supporters. Most importantly, we appreciate the haters. Okay, Dexter. It's your time. We go.
Bitch, I come back for the grave. Follow my ways. Women, bitches like a slave. Pray for I am so paid. You such a game.
So they're supposed to actually know?
You should ask for consent before taking photographs of people.
Aren't you guys anarchists?
But interestingly enough, studies show that if you have between 104 degree or 108 degree nasal tip rotation, those are the ones that are considered the most beautiful, and hers is 106.
Somebody in here to measure our nasal tip rotation.
Really have a right to be treated respectfully.
We are unfortunately running out of time, but Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned, but it always goes back to that old adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Lloyd. No, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd,
you have to give me a chance to respond to that. That is ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again if you don't let me respond to that.
Kate, have a word.
Come on, that's ridiculous. I mean, first of all,